Ready for a retro PC? Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us from Maingear is CEO and co-founder Wallace Santos. Hi, Wallace.
Hey Fred, pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Well, great to see you, a fellow Jersey guy. Maingear is a company that's been in the PC business for what, a couple of decades now?
Yeah, over 2 decades. We established the company in Newark, New Jersey. So in 2002, technically we weren't main gear. We started as just a service company, like set up networks and just local servicing. But within 2 years or so, we transformed the brand into main gear to what it is today.
Terrific. Well, tell us the story behind it, how that happened.
Yeah, I'll try to keep it short because it can be very long. But basically I left. I went to a school called Setone Institute of Technology, and I went to school for a networking systems professional. Got my NSP, and got my certificate and thought that I would just graduate and get a high-paying job and make a ton of money. And as a 18-year-old, I was completely wrong. So I couldn't find a job, right? And after that, I said, you know what? If I can't find the job, I'm going to set up my own company and offer services to small businesses, networking services, set up, Wi at the time, setting up a Wi-Fi router was a new thing, right? It wasn't as easy as it is today or as accepted. So I thought, wait, no, why not? I can knock on doors and start to offer these services to small businesses and homes and yeah, and then I'll make a ton of money. And that didn't work out like I thought either. Um, I just found myself always gaming. I basically would try to land jobs, but if I wasn't busy, I would always play games, right? So at the time, it was Counter-Strike 1.6. I was a big, not I'm not a big player, but I was a huge fan and just a Counter-Strike player. And I ended up saving money to buy my dream gaming PC. And that happened over a holiday, and the PC arrived broken. I'm not gonna say the brand because it's not the brand's fault, right? But at the time it was a gaming brand that was really popular, and I saved up whatever money I had, ordered this PC. This PC arrives, and it arrives broken. Now, where I was disappointed was it just took them forever to try to get me up and running, right? So I'm waiting over a month for this brand new computer. It arrives, it's broken. Now I have to wait. Jesus, it would drag down for over another month before they would actually help me. So I ended up fixing this PC myself. I basically rebuilt it. I took it apart and I had built PCs before, right? But the long story short is I said, you know what, I want to build it even better. So I think I can make the cabling nicer, and I think I can, even though it's a brand new PC, figure out what the problem is. It turns out the video card cracked at the time. I think it was an AGP. It was the AGP on the motherboard. It cracked the slot, or it came out, or something happened in shipping, and I had to basically rebuild the system. After I rebuilt it, was happy, had my system up and running, was playing games, life was good. But then the thought came to me. I said, you know what? Maybe I can do this because I liked it so much, or maybe I can do this for a living, right? So I built a couple PCs for my friends and family. I had a couple friends that wanted to game with me, and I built some PCs for them, and they were happy to say, "Look, dude, you should sell these to people, and this is pretty cool." Um, and that's how Maingear kind of came about.
That's a terrific thing. And the gaming community is still a very big focus for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a gamer. All of our employees are gamers. That's the number one requirement in our company. You have to be a gamer slash enthusiast. You have to really love the space. It's just much easier if you love it, right? I'm not saying that it's a total requirement, but it's much easier for you to understand things when you just organically do your research and organically you're reading, reviews and watching videos and listening to podcasts on the topic or the vertical or the space, right? So that's how we hire people. We basically say, hey, we're hiring enthusiasts and gamers. First questions that we ask are, what websites do you read your news from? What games do you play? And that automatically just qualifies the person, right? So it's like, okay, if you're not an enthusiast, then we should probably shouldn't be talking here. But yeah, that's where we're all gamers here.
Just terrific. So now something new that looks like something old. So the Retro 95 is what you call it. Tell us about this.
Yeah, so in the community there's this thing of like a sleeper PC. The same thing with car in the car community as well, right? You can create like a sleeper vehicle or sleeper race car, basically a hot rod in a old rotted shell. And same thing with the PC community. The sleeper PCs is, gamers and enthusiasts, they like to recycle really old chassis and make the inside really pristine. And we've been exploring this idea, kind of like a joke here at Maingear for I would say like over 5 years now. Where I always said I'm gonna make a sleeper PC. I just need to be able to consistently purchase the chassis and the equipment because obviously the supply chain is a big part of it, right? So I can't just go to eBay and buy, old chassis and buy five of them. I need to be able to buy hundreds of them, right? And consistently, and it have to have a consistency to it because I'm going to sell it as a product at the end of the day. So I think 2 years ago, Silverstone, which is our chassis supplier, they made it was an April Fool's joke that they're launching this chassis. And I'm like, that's it. So we immediately send these guys some emails, say, "God, you got to produce this stuff. This is we there's a market for this. I think there's a need for this, and it might be complete failure, but we'll fail with you." And so they produced it. They ended up producing this chassis that was originally a joke. And and we said, you know what? We'll sell a PC. We'll sell a completely integrated system in this. And not sure what the market will be like for it. I'm not sure if there will be demand for it, but it'll be fun. So my team and I, we basically put our heads down and we went to work, right? There's a lot of nostalgia that had to, that we had to bring up and we had to the visuals and the testing and the shipping and there's a lot of that had to be done to it was a normal system launch, but it was just launched in an old looking chassis, right? Or like a classic beige box. And we put out a press release and it was on fire, man. Like everyone picked it up. I mean, every publication, it was probably one of our hottest releases in a long time, and I just couldn't believe that the market was so thirsty for something like this. And I'm like, look, I don't think this thing will sell that many, but like I said, we'll have fun. That's what it's all about. It gets our team, our think tank going, and it's been a success. It's pretty unbelievable
Now,
that.
I know it's a limited edition. Are you going to try to keep it going though?
Yeah, so it's just it's based on how many chassis we can acquire. And we're getting a healthy amount, so it'll probably be discontinued, I would say by, before the end of the year. And and
So
we'll
buy
probably
it
do
now.
another one
Buy it
too.
now. That's the message. But if you want,
Yeah, I mean also there's also a very limited market for a product like this. Meaning I think there are there's like a bucket of people that will buy it, but then it won't grow past that. So we'll see. We'll see. We're not like numbering the systems. We're just timing it and seeing, as soon as the supply dries up and the demand dries up too, then we'll discontinue it.
now I trust there are not RS-232 and parallel ports in these.
On
It,
those SCSI
it,
drives.
it,
Yeah,
it, it only looks old on the outside. It's new on the inside, right?
It's a brand new PC. Yeah, it's got all the only thing that it has that's classic, it would be an optical drive, right? It's got a brand new old optical drive in it, but everything else from AMD and Intel's latest CPU offerings to their GPUs to AMD's GPU offering and NVIDIA's GPU offerings, it's inside. Thoroughly tested, and great airflow, and it's a cool, quiet, old-looking box, a retro-looking box. That's what it is.
Don't look for the floppy drive in this.
Yeah, the floppy drive is faux. So it's not a real floppy drive. The bottom one, so there's two full floppy drives in there, and the bottom one is just the I/O ports, and the top one is that's where your optical drive pops out of.
Terrific. And the image that you have online shows what looks like an old CRT monitor on top, and I trust you're not doing that too.
Yeah, yeah. So the CRT monitors, unfortunately, are not available. So we can't. We tried really hard actually to source a monitor that would look and go along with the system. But maybe it'll inspire some monitor vendors to maybe not bring a CRT, but perhaps an updated LCD panel with that vintage look,
That look,
classic
put
look with
some
the
curved
beige.
glass in front of it or something.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure, and we looked really hard. We just couldn't find anything that was of high quality that we thought we could resell with the system. But but I mean, based on our demand, I think if you are an LCD manufacturer, you should definitely look at creating systems or monitors that match that aesthetic. There are a bunch of keyboards and mice that exist now that match that aesthetic, so that are modern but has the old look. So yeah.
So it sounds like this has been a lot of fun for you.
It's the most fun we've had in a while. So like when you design a product at the level that we design it at, there's a lot that goes into it, and it's not just building a PC and selling it online. There's the out-of-box experience. There's the thorough testing that we do, the testing that we do, the shipping testing that we do. So there's a lot that goes into it, and then obviously all of the artwork that we create for the product launch as well. And I think it turned out pretty rad.
Absolutely. So you touched on this a little bit just now, but what should people know about Maingear and really what sets you apart from other computer makers?
Um, so we're in a kind of in a weird spot because we're past the mom and pop shop size, but we're also not the size of the tier one OEMs. So we kind of sit in between, right? So like you have the Dells, the HPs, and those guys, and then you have the mom and pop shops, and we're kind of in the middle. And that gives us the flexibility of offering basically a product that kind of caters to that takes a little bit from each side, right? And what I mean by that is we have the flexibility to be creative, time to market, to launch really cool products that people appreciate. And then we approach our testing, our qualifications, our AVLs like a tier one OEM. Believe it or not, while some people say, they don't build really beautiful systems, but then they probably don't, but they do build high quality, thoroughly tested systems. If you're an OEM, you have to go through certain testing. And we do that, right? So we're basically, we have the quality of an OEM and the flexibility of a mom and pop shop to offer a really cool, high quality product, basically offering a really great gaming experience. Um, you build a really high quality product and then you have to support it really well. And that's the other thing too, where we shine. When you call in for support, for whatever reason, we're talking to people here in New Jersey. We're not outsourcing our support. You're talking to real enthusiasts. So if there is like a bug in the game with a certain driver that you're probably experiencing, we probably know about it and we'll probably have a solution for you. So yeah, we're just we're building a really good product and supporting it really well.
I guess that harkens back to the days to the day when that broken PC arrived at your home.
Oh yeah,
You don't
yeah. I
want
mean,
somebody going through the headaches.
no, I mean that's you know, as the company took off and my whole goal was to was to just deliver, just consistently deliver a really great product. And I'm actually really proud that my team and I were able to accomplish that, over the course of 2 decades, is consistently build a beautiful PC on the inside and out. And at the end of the day, if something happens that you need support, we're here to help you. We're here to back it up. And it's pretty basic, but believe it or not, a lot of companies don't do that.
And before we let you go, I guess I assume it's a struggle for everybody in this business now, sourcing stuff and dealing with tariffs and not knowing what's what's next necessarily. Tell us about the business end of things for you.
We're actually okay. We have really good relationships directly with pretty much every silicon provider in the world, which the big three, right? So AMD, NVIDIA, and Intel. So you know, uh, we're one of, I think, 4 or 5 system integrators in the whole country that sell Founders Editions NVIDIA video cards, for example. So we do get the supply that we need. It has been really tough navigating the 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 ongoing and the constantly changing tariff situation. So that has been challenging for us for sure. But from a supply standpoint, we're also blessed. We're getting everything that we need, and we're passing that along to our customers. And that happened during COVID too, because of our relationships. We're able to deliver a really great product at a really good price to our customers, even though the market was really sky high, like people were reselling GPUs, we're able to buy GPUs at a consistent price through NVIDIA and supply and transfer those cost savings to our customers and basically just take care of our people.
Just terrific. For more info, the site is maingear.com. Wallace Santos, congrats on the innovations there and the success, and thanks for spending time with us.
Thank you, Fred. Appreciate you.